face of the shed. The face. Wait, the shed of the foot? What am I? Hey everyone, welcome back to another Builderville. We are standing on top of the Spinosaurus right now, which is nice because we're actually building a T-Rex today. If you can see by my skin, I came prepared this time, and I changed my skin before we started. So I have all of the structures that I need, and I got a little bit carried away with the face. I ended up doing some of this too. The teeth and stuff, and the eyes, and I'm fairly happy with the shape of it. I'm still not sure if it's going to be big enough because they have massive heads, so I might need to change it later. Also, one more thing that I want to point out is when you're doing the structure, it's really important that to get a dynamic pose, when you do the backbone, you can see up here, if you want them to look like they're moving when they're just standing still, but if you want them to look like they're in a pose that would be moving, what you can do is take the rib cage, which is about right there, say. I mean, it's all in here, but this line I'm using as like a marker for the rib cage, and this line is the marker for the pelvis area. So if you put those in like on different fields, whether they're facing a slightly different direction, or see this, the middle of that is right there, and the middle of this is right there. So see how they're not in the same place? That's going to make it look like there's a lot of movement, and people aren't going to notice like, oh, the pelvis and the rib cage aren't lined up. They're just going to say, oh wow, it looks like it's moving. So it's something that you can do to make it really look interesting and not just kind of standing in a boring position. I had to really push myself because I kept wanting to make it smaller, because normally I don't build things quite this big, besides maybe like one or two builds. So I kept having to remind myself that it has to be more than I think it's going to be. I want to say that an easy way to fill in large areas and still make them not flat is by so here's the backbone right there that I had before, and all I did was I made a little connector, and now all I have to do is fill this in, and it'll look it'll be a lot easier than just doing the whole thing at once, and it will still look it'll still be cool looking, hopefully. You know, I just realized, first of all, this is in the wrong place. I was talking about how before, if you use the spine to make it more dynamic, and by moving the rib cage and the pelvis to different fields, you can make it look more interesting. But then I forgot to actually shift like the body weight, so his rib cage was still over there, even though I had built the spine over here. So I need to make more mass over here, more rib cages, I guess. I mean, that's what I'm doing, so it just sounds kind of weird. All right, so I got the face the right size, I think. I also put the teeth in. Let me get on this side so you can actually see the teeth with all this stuff in the way. So there he is. I think it looks a lot better with the right sized head. This is actually black terracotta, but I mean it's not black. That's 100% brown. So I was gonna use that on his stomach and in places that would have been in shadow to make it look like he has shadow. And I think I'll see how that looks after I'm done with those two things, and if I feel like it still needs more, I'll come up with something else to do. For now, I think if I go like, well, let me take some of this. I'll do a wand. What is this? 159.12. Set 159. Not that. This 12. if I do this, what is this? 159.15. So if I do such replace near 5, 159.12 with 159.15. Yes. So if I just keep doing this and I get a little bit closer and then I do the same thing, it'll keep coloring it in, so I can just kind of fly around and paint with my body almost. So if I choose some grass or something green, what other green things are there? I already have these two. Gravel looks good. Okay, so if I do, let me write this down. 59, 13. Oh, yes, that's what I want. Wow, that looks pretty cool. I think the stripes, I think it's good because they're not too visible, but also they're still there and they are visible. And I think it turned out really good. Oh, there's the dog's ear. I'm really glad that I changed the face of the shed of the face of the T-Rex. Tyrannosaurus Rex, sorry. Tyrant Lizard King. Because it was too small and now I think it's a lot better, and it just, I don't know, I really like the way it came out. Let me know what you think of it down below. I'm not sure what my favorite build is. Let me get out of cinematic mode. It's either this or the ostrich. I think the ostrich turned out so cool. I'm not sure. We have one thing left to do, and that is sign our names on it with a sign. Perfect. So if you would like to be featured in the next video, all you have to do is put a comment of what you would like me to build in the latest Builderville, because I'm not going to go looking through all of them before I upload. Make sure it's the latest Builderville, and if you write something that I think is going to be fun and creative, then I might pick your comment. I will give you a shout out, build what you wanted, and your name will go where mine is on this sign. So it's awesome if you want to be in the next episode. This did take a few hours to build, so if you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like. It really means a lot. And also subscribe if you want to see more of these and be updated when I upload. And with that being said, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.